Welcome to Hacked, the series where we talk about all things feats, speed, and hacks. Now the topic of today is Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man is the story of an incredibly poor and ambitious teen named Denji. Denji is someone whom was brought back from the verge of death by committing a selfless act for the sake of saving the weakened Chainsaw Devil heart Vegeta. He gave an offering of his blood essential for the blood manipulation based regeneration of this devil and healed his heart. Blood manipulation based regeneration. Thereby establishing a mutual relationship, the promise that no matter what, they protect one another. By offering his blood, Denji unknowingly formed a powerful and non-negotiable life force binding contract with the Chainsaw Devil, and the two, utilizing this new contract, combined their forces to kill and sell various devils in order to earn enough money just to guarantee their next meal. And hence, as news spread about their endeavors, a mysterious woman named Makima found out about this chainsaw hybrid, and by taking advantage of Denji's lack of ambition,
That's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say that.
she cultivated him, making him incomprehensibly more powerful. Through her unknown means, she took advantage of one of Denji's circumstantial indifferences, and through the use of training with characters like the world's best devil hunter, missions demanding that he took down various fiends, and ultimately the sacrifice of a childhood friend, Denji evolved into an atavistic creature, one that allegedly existed for the purpose of the foremost defeat of the secondary antagonist of the series, the Gun Devil, a being capable of running through countries in mere seconds. And more importantly, Denji was groomed to fulfill a second, covert, and much more significant purpose, one only possible due to the unique skill set of the Chainsaw Devil, which we'll be touching up on later. Now with that being said, exactly what are devils? Devils are beings which possess an abstract existence, directly related to a particular concept of an idea, and due to the fact that they are devils, the strength of one's arsenal directly correlates to the fear in regards to this particular idea. For example, the most notable devils like the Chainsaw Man was born from the fear of chainsaws, and its strength can be greatly empowered by the fear with regards to chainsaws. The same is true for the Gun Devil, whom is greatly strengthened by the fear of guns. But on the other hand, this can also be costly to a devil whom is less feared, or the fear towards the individual begins to dwindle or is replaced for whatever reason. And this is reflected when Makima decides to reveal her true motives when attempting to finally subdue the Chainsaw Devil. Which brings me onto the topic of Makima's intentions. You see, devils, so long as the concept of fear in regards to a particular topic exists, can indefinitely be reincarnated from hell and form new contacts with humans to reach the living world, assuming that their regeneration has been bypassed and they are successfully killed, of course. So no matter how many times you kill a devil, unless you're able to erase the concept that provided them their abstract existence, the devil is never really gone, which is why Makima so greatly desired the heart of the Chainsaw Devil, as the Chainsaw Devil possesses the ability to truly kill a devil by completely conceptually erasing the idea that a devil's abstract existence hinges on consumption. Now back on the topic of devils. All devils possess decently powerful ligament and potentially organ restoring healing factors, which rely on sufficient blood intake. A devil can not only be strengthened by fear and blood, but also the consumption of the flesh of more powerful devils such as the Gun Devil. Now aside from just hacks, chainsaw characters are reasonably strong. As early as chapter 8, relatively weak characters like the Bat Devil have been able to fire uniform blasts that much weaker hybrid versions of Denji have been able to tank, and Denji can even go so far as to manhandle these characters by using standardized building proportions and using that as a point of reference to get the diameter of the explosion. I was able to angsize the furthermost diameter in order to determine that these explosions took around city block upwards to multi-city block levels of energy. Now out of the research I did during my read through of the series, the most interesting thing aside from hacks for the Chainsaw Man is speed, which admittedly I gave up on after coming to the conclusion that there were no concrete methods to scale characters to the tremendous, massively hypersonic speeds of the Gun Devil. For a while I settled on a verse apart from the Gun Devil being slightly faster than the eye can see via a feat from the Blades, whom is able to perform these subsonic to transonic feats after assuming its pose. But that really put me to sleep. After doing more research, I was actually able to come across a more eventful revelation. There were numerous feats that I had overlooked. Firstly, in chapter 62, there's a feat performed by one of Quan Chi's underlings, whom is able to react to a bullet from a mind-numbingly close distance, to which I was able to determine that she needed to travel 3.6 times the speed of sound, which is already a huge upgrade from subsonic, but that's only the beginning. By far the most impressive feat, to which I grossly miscalculated in the past, is a perception blitz by Quan Chi, China's greatest hunter. In chapter 60, we see Quan Chi perception blitzing a group of hunters, and traversing through a horde of dolls and reaching the end of an entire mall before the sensory receptors in the face could transduce the cut made by Quan Chi's cutlass into an electrical impulse, an assassination on a biological scale to which I could not have even imagined. Even the stretch mediated channels hadn't been allowed to open, and from which produce a generated potential. Quan Chi performed this absurdity within the fastest known human perception time we can currently reference, and using that I was able to estimate based on the minimum number of swings used by a cutlass, and then also calculate all distance traveled. So yes, this is still a low ball considering that it's implied that she traveled even more than what I was able to calculate. That Quan Chi moved at a whopping 41 times the speed of sound, and likely higher. And then we see Denji further along his devil transformation, blitzing Quan Chi in her most powerful form, as well as various other fiends and more powerful devils. So that's where the god tiers of the verse realistically scale, and considering how ridiculously he blitzes them and high tier devils, he should likely be approaching the speed of the Gun Devil. However, given the fact that we know that the Gun Devil was able to achieve a level of speed to which they even burnt its flesh during movement, it's very possible that perhaps the Gun Devil was intended to be the fastest of the verse, and maybe he just never did manage to reach that speed, which again is still really consistent with the high hypersonic plus scaling. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like, comment whether you want a Makima scale or any other video suggestions you have, and whether you enjoyed the video, and of course subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.